Hello everyone and welcome to the Pretty Random Podcast. This is Season 2 and Episode 19, and we're actually coming close to the end of Season 2, but that's not yet. As always, I'm back, I'm Jed, and I'm joined by Callum.
Yo.
Mark.
Hello.
Al Hunt.
Hello.
And Matty isn't here this week. He's actually gone to Iceland to get some frozen pies. That's why Mum shop at Iceland. But instead...
For pies?
Yeah, frozen pies.
Okay.
Yeah. But Kerry Katona got the sack because she used to stock the frozen food on the normal shelf and it all defrosted. So, not much point going Iceland.
Did you not know that story, Al? You look shocked. That's actually what happened.
No, it isn't.
It is actually what happened.
100% did not happen.
Yeah.
98% did.
And
so I'm pretty certain.
You should never try and refreeze a frozen pie, as we all know. So joining us in Matty's place is actually a member of the podcast who's been on before. She's on occasionally though, because it's like a special guest who we don't want to ruin it when she's on, so we just keep her on occasionally. And it is Holly.
Hello.
Welcome back, Holly.
Thank you.
Welcome to the Pretty Random Podcast again.
I'm honoured.
We're honoured. We always like having you on.
Oh, stop it.
It's always nice to have...
No, seriously, stop.
It's always nice to have you back on the podcast.
Aww.
Much prettier than Matty.
Thank you.
How dare you?
To be honest, I'm not sure I agree with you there, but
I don't agree with him, no.
Oh.
What?
Well, Callum.
Jesus Christ.
Jeez.
Wow.
I'm not sure whether you just professed your love for Matty.
He loves to... Yeah.
Yeah, so Matty, if you're listening in Iceland, which you're probably not, but anyway, have a good time, and we'll see you when you're back. So, on with this week's show. You're going to choose to do that now?
I'm releasing it slowly.
Well,
and opening my bottle.
you can figure that one out for yourself. Al's releasing it slowly. Anyone who knows Al, you can probably guess at what that is.
I told you to
The
get it out before we
Kraken.
started recording, and now you choose to do it.
Well, I'm getting it out now.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
He's getting
great.
out now. He's releasing it slowly.
Yes, exactly. Finished?
Yeah.
Right, hurry up and swallow, and we'll carry on.
Can you not? Can you leave my bottle alone? Why have you always got to touch my bottle? Filthy bastard.
Oh, man. We're doing this in under an hour tonight, Al.
Well, yeah.
Let's get on with it. Mixing things up this week on the Pretty Random Podcast, just to keep everyone on their toes, we're going to throw straight over to Al's French Chat. It's Al's French Chat. Al's French Chat. It gets Frencher every week. It's Al's French Chat.
Here it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was this week's episode of
Yes.
Al's French Chat. It's good. Good work. Good work, Al's French Chat.
Thanks, mate.
But now, Pretty Random Podcast discussion. In the news this week, big in the news, if you're in the UK, then I'm pretty sure that you wouldn't have been able to, miss it. I'm not sure how anyone's really survived this week. Is the fact that KFC don't have any chicken anymore. So,
Still a bit of a raw subject for me.
yeah. KFC
So
all
it's
out
in
of
the kitchen.
chicken. KFC's all out of chicken.
Well, that's not
Yeah.
technically true, is it?
This is news to our German friend. Where it's like in capital letters. What?
Yep.
KFC ran out of chicken?
It's personally affected me last week.
Really?
DHL.
Last week?
Last week, yeah.
Or this week?
Last week.
They only ran out.
They only ran out of it this week.
Oh, last week it started.
Oh, Callum.
Callum, what did you do?
Didn't do anything.
He started it.
We
all.
drove up, the lights were on, and there was a note on the door saying they ran out of chicken.
Callum is the reason that KFC ran out of chicken.
Chicken. I just couldn't get enough of them chicken dinners.
Oh, man.
So I'm a bit confused. If you're KFC and your job is to sell chicken, the one thing that you make sure of is that you have enough chicken, surely. Like, how can that go wrong?
Yeah, you had one job.
Yeah, you did literally have one job.
They blamed it on their new delivery service, didn't they?
Yeah.
It was DHL, wasn't
Was it really?
it? Yeah.
I
Deliver it.
thought they had like a new delivery service that they'd set up, like specifically for delivering. I didn't realise it was like one specific company.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
It's probably lost them millions and millions of pounds, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Let's face it.
Where is all the chicken though now? Because it's going to be gone off now by
Yeah,
this
but it's all
point.
frozen, isn't it?
Still in their pens, I think.
Oh, they're not even killed.
No.
Oh, well, that would probably be an issue. if they just showed up with live chickens.
Live.
Imagine if someone was so desperate for
I
chicken
would
and just showed
love
up
to
with
see
a
live
live chicken.
chickens in KFC.
Just snap its neck and throw it in the fryer.
Just hear a bunch of clocking in the back of the store. Just some stuff going, oh, for fuck's sake!
Oh,
Trying to
man.
chase a chicken.
Is this a dream Callum had?
This is...
Oh, I
yeah.
wish
He woke up with a wet pillow that night.
A
Oh.
wet pillow?
Yeah.
Oh, I
that
thought you
happens
meant
every night.
wet something else.
T Swader said UNICEF is already on their way to rescue the UK from extinction, which it probably isn't too far from the truth. There have been riots. There have been chicken effigies burnt in the street. Like the colonel, anyone dressing up as the colonels, like run out of town.
And actually, Iceland, going back to where Matty is at the moment, is actually, because the UK are so distraught, are giving away free chicken goujons today. For real.
Really?
Yeah, because KFC hasn't got any chicken, they're giving away free chicken goujons just to hold you over. Because, I mean, how long can you go without having chicken?
As long as you want.
Well,
That's pretty deep, man. That's pretty deep.
I mean, you don't have to eat it. You won't die if you don't eat chicken.
tell them that on the
I'm
news.
telling them that
Why
now.
hasn't Theresa May addressed it?
Because she's stupid.
Stormzy rapped about the Grenfell Tower. He didn't rap about KFC.
She's too busy. She's too busy addressing Stormzy.
Yeah.
That's a rap battle coming down the pipes at some point, isn't it?
Stormzy versus Theresa May.
I'd actually see that. I'd actually watch that.
Yeah, well, KFC ran out of chicken. Hopefully they'll have some chicken back soon and we can all move on with our lives. Nobody wanted KFC until they couldn't have KFC. That's the problem. That's what happens. But they did have a lot of popcorn chicken.
But no one eats that.
Excuse me?
No, when you go to KFC, you have a Big Daddy box meal.
That's just the rules.
That's all you can have.
Towered?
Towered?
Yeah.
What do you mean towered?
You have an extra 30p and they put a hash brown in it.
Mate, it already has a hash brown in it.
Yeah, another hash brown.
Well, that's just greedy.
Oh.
30p, that's greedy. Okay, whatever.
And
No,
a
you don't
bigger-
need it.
And a larger drink. And a larger fries.
Okay, well, that's a good deal.
Yeah.
For 30p.
Yeah.
I'd never get offered that.
Okay.
Part
Well,
of the secret menu.
yeah, maybe it's part of the secret menu.
Yeah, it could be.
Shall I tell you now? Shall we move away from chickens not being delivered, and shall I move on to a segment I like to call breaking fake news?
Ooh.
This is a section where I call out members of the Pretty Random podcast on their lack of facts on a previous episode.
Ooh, I
Uh-oh.
like this.
It's a new episode, and for anyone who didn't listen to last week's episode, there was a story based on a tradition called egg shackling.
Oh!
It featured a story surrounding Jed's primary school, where they have a tradition where they put a load of eggs in a basket. Vicar shakes the basket. This is brilliant. If you didn't listen to the story, this is your Cliff Notes version. Eggs in a basket. Vicar shakes a basket. Last remaining egg is the winner.
Shit,
There was a fact in this story that only one village and one primary school had this tradition.
Us. Shepton.
So I'm now going to read you a story from the 6th of February 2008 in the Chard and Ilminster News.
Oh, local.
Headline: Ancient egg shackling tradition kept alive. The traditional Shrove Tuesday egg shackling took place at Stoke St Gregory Village Hall. Children from the village hall gathered to watch the proceedings, which involved rolling the eggs around in a sieve to find the strongest. Pictured are Barbara Burks, head teacher of Stoke St Gregory Primary School, and Class 3 teacher Philip Edwards in action.
Ow. Well, I think they've stolen the tradition from us.
So I'm not going to lie though, when I was listening to it back, I did kind of feel like I did that back in my school. I could be wrong.
Well, I will say from my very, very brief. It was all of this was based on the fact that in our group chat earlier on, Matty called it egg shellacking.
Shellacking.
So I just didn't know whether it was egg shellacking or egg shackling. I typed in egg shackling. Lots of videos of Shipton Beecham
yeah.
doing the egg shackle shake. But I did find several references historically dating back in an ancient tradition book to to Stoke St Mary.
What?
Did I say?
Wow. Oh man.
Yeah.
Hold on, so
You know,
Shepton,
We're the fake.
you are the fake
You are the
shellackers.
fake.
We're the fake shellackers.
Stoke St Gregory. Yeah. So there was even a book written in London that referenced
Oh.
Stoke St Gregory as this ancient
Caught.
tradition of.
My whole
Egg
life has been a
shackling.
lie.
You are a lie, Jed.
Yeah.
That is
well,
Is your name Jed?
no, it's
It's actually
not. It's actually
Dead.
Stoke Southampton.
Stoke St Gregory.
Was there any more context to that? Like, why
Did they
do
it?
that?
Yeah.
Breaking fake news does not have context.
Oh.
Why did Stoke St Gregory, or why did Shepton Beecham steal it, or why did they shake it?
Why did they shake it?
You're like the Shelbyville.
It seems like the type of thing we'd do.
It's a very.
is
It sounds like a
very
very
Somerset.
southwestern thing. I mean, we used to do like maple dance.
Maypole dancing.
It was.
I didn't do it myself, but in our school
Come on,
did
don't
that.
lie. It's nothing to be embarrassed about.
Dancing around the pole, mate.
bunch
Some
of
people
10-year-olds
still do to
working the pole.
I'd like to go to
You'd like to
establishment where they still did maypole dancing
It's
at night,
naked.
At night.
not naked.
Oh,
To normally some Def Leppard,
Yeah,
maybe
maybe.
playing some Pour Some Sugar on Me. You know.
Yeah, but they're
That
maypole
sort of
dancing. That'd be good.
Very sexy.
Yeah, sexy
Maple.
maypole dancing.
I'm not sure that could
Very
ever be sexy.
slowly.
I've just found some more context.
Oh,
Do you know, it's a couple relatively hefty paragraphs. If you don't mind me reading from hefty paragraphs.
egg shellacking.
Egg shackling. One of the staples of everyday diet that was banned during Lent was eggs, and it's no surprise that these feature in customs and food traditions of the Shrovetide season. The Saturday preceding Shrove Tuesday was sometimes called Egg Saturday because of the number of eggs eaten on the day, and during Shrovetide there was also egg-based customs that mirror those carried out at Easter, as described in Marianne Dacom's collection of material from women's institutes in Dorset, published in 1935.
Dorset, mate.
In the 19th century, at Powerstock, there was a curious Shrovetide custom called egg shackling, which took place in the school. The children elected a committee and a judge, and there were prizes for the whitest and brownest, the biggest and the
Eggs,
smallest
Al.
eggs.
Big brown egg.
Then all the eggs were gently shaken in a sieve. As each egg got a little crack, it was taken out until the strongest one remained, and this one received the biggest prize. Here we go. Here's the final paragraph. Egg shackling still takes place at two schools in Somerset, at Stoke St Gregory
Why do they get first mention?
and Shepton Beecham.
I thought you weren't going to say Shepton then.
Yeah, well, I think that we probably did steal it from another
You
Well,
seems
you-
like-
apparently you stole it from a whole different
school.
country.
It seems like the type of thing we
Dorset.
seems like the type of thing we do.
you stole it from the best county.
My revision of what egg shackling was pretty spot on actually.
Your
Yeah.
revisionist history.
I was pretty good.
Did it say about the vicar? Did it say that?
It said no, an elected person.
okay.
So I guess that's
The most-
probably
yeah.
Christians muscling in and
The most
Yeah.
powerful person in Shepton was the vicar.
But I'm not
It's
gonna
like
lie,
the
that
mayor.
did ring bells for me when I was listening to it. I was like, I feel like I had done this.
Egg shackling.
Yeah.
Were you at the same school as me? Maybe?
I went to Penn Mill.
No, not the same
Penn Mill?
school.
No.
Okay, but maybe they did it there. Penn Mill egg shackling.
Hemmill has a school.
Why shut up?
Holly's drawn breath to speak like about 5 times,
Oh.
and every time she's got eggs.
20-minute discussion on egg shackling.
Hey, do you know the thing about eggs?
They taste good.
Just let me speak now.
Next topic?
Did anyone ever in school do the thing with the oranges where you had an orange and you stuck little
Sweets.
toothpicks in
Oh,
it with the...
yeah.
What was that?
That was Christmas though.
Because I just had this really vague memory of
Was
doing...
it Christmas?
No,
It wasn't,
wasn't it
was it?
just before or around the same time or around Easter or something like that?
Yeah, I
It was
did
a
that. We
proper
did that in our
service
school.
and
Yeah,
everything,
Yeah.
wasn't
yeah.
it?
I remember like walking into the assembly hall, like candles lit everywhere, and just
Yeah.
laying down these fucking oranges.
What's it called, like Christingle or something?
Yes, Chris Dingle.
Yes.
Yes, it was. Yes, and we always used Dolly sweets.
We
Is it
put
Dolly
Yeah,
candles in
sweets?
them
Dolly
as well.
mix.
Dolly mix. Yeah.
We put candles in
Yeah.
ours. as
Yeah.
What the hell? I've repressed all of this.
well. Oh, yeah.
But like, I don't
Oh.
think anyone does it anymore.
Mayflower in the
No, I
chat
don't
remembers
think
doing it
it's
as well.
really
That
thing.
doesn't
Oh,
ring
really?
any bells.
Chris Dingle.
Really?
Chris Dingle,
Wow.
mate.
Or is it
For
Chris
someone who can't
Kringle?
remember where he just came from, like 2 minutes ago, he's
To remember
Chris Kringle's the name for Santa Claus in America.
Oh, is
Yeah.
it? Oh,
Yeah.
it's Chris
Or
Tingle.
Chris Tingle.
Chris Dingle.
Chris Tingle.
Chris Dingle.
Okay. It was just like such a weird, like vague memory of like walking into this darkened assembly hall with candles lit and like
Yeah.
oranges and loads of people. Very, very strange.
Here we go.
You weren't part of a cult, were you?
A lighted candle. A lighted candle symbolizing Christ as the light of the world, held by children at a special Advent service originating in the Moravian Church.
Ooh.
Wow, what the hell did we do? Where did we go to school? 3 different people in 3 different schools all got initiated into a cult and we didn't even realise. That's why I repressed it.
One day someone's going to walk past us with the trigger word and we're just going to come
we
to
start
life.
following them. Oh, man.
Orange and dolly mixture together.
Well, we used to do raisins.
You're done.
Raisins on the sticks, like sultanas. I don't know why, though.
So were you a different outfit of the sleeper agent? Or...
Yeah.
I got like as soon as you started saying it, as soon as it sort of triggered in my head, like I got all of the Christmas feelings all to just rush into my brain all at the
Yeah.
same time.
Very-
like proper smells
Very
and everything.
warm feeling that's associated with a hygge. That's it.
Yeah.
It just, I don't know, I just think of like candlelight and like
Yeah.
nice stuff and then like carrying this fucking orange back home. Like,
Yeah, but it's great.
It's kind of like the Christian version of Halloween, isn't it?
yeah, it is, isn't
Suppose
it?
so, yeah.
Christians have a lot of weird festivals when you think about it, you know, like people always cash in on like, you know, trying to appropriate what is it, Diwali, like the lights one for like in Hinduism, but when you think about it, Christianity has some pretty weird and cool,
It's all appropriate.
yeah.
Religion's a bit weird.
There you go.
That's
Al talks religion.
Not wrong. Not wrong at all.
Our summary of religion.
And speaking of Christianity going a little wrong, we asked the chat room for suggestions tonight for what we should talk about on the Pretty Random podcast. Instead of asking the Pretty Random topic generator, we asked the Pretty Random topic generating chat. And we got a suggestion to talk about. Let's go with a fun one first. Which exotic pet would you?
Marmoset. But I suppose that's not really exotic, is it? Little monkey? Why are you just staring into space?
Jed's been triggered. Sorry. Jed's just staring into space is getting a little freaky
I was
now.
listening.
Get a marmoset.
That's what
So-
I do when I listen.
Yeah, the question was, which exotic pet would you like to own?
Go
And
on,
Al
I've
said
answered.
marmoset.
Oh, that was your answer.
Yes, I didn't just say it for no fucking reason.
Ow, can we please calm down?
For,
Yeah.
for no reason. I got rid of the F.
Yeah, you've gone from like 0 to 100.
You can shut up.
You're a freak. Right.
That's what they call me.
Have you got Tourette's or something? Just calm down. Right, mine would be Marmoset.
After all of
I
that.
think that's like dueling marmosets.
Mine would kick your
With a
Marmoset's
mini
ass.
like cocktail.
They could do like a joust, like a mini joust,
Yeah.
and have ride on the backs of cats.
Ah, that'd be
Oh
good.
man.
Yeah, in like little night outfits.
Yes.
What's a marmoset?
It's like a little monkey.
Monkey.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought it was.
Hmm.
Isn't that the one that Russ has in Friends? Or is that...
That's a
That is a-
capuchin monkey.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. I think they're slightly smaller, aren't they, marmosets?
They're like clingy
Are they
ones,
the
aren't
ones
they?
Yeah.
with
They
the
could just,
striped tail?
No, those are
Black,
lemurs.
Black, white, and-
Which one's a
I
gibbons?
don't know my monkeys, okay?
Gibbons are
I
brown
just know
with long
a monkey.
arms.
Right, okay. So confused.
I'm the monkey expert tonight. You keep on throwing them out.
But
You keep going.
marmosets, they're very small.
PG tips.
I knew nothing about marmosets. Every other monkey.
Every other monkey
Yeah.
he knows about. Yeah, so that's 2
I think I need a
Marmosets.
picture of these marmosettes now.
2 marmosets.
Me. So this comes from an Instagrammer, and I thought she had a cat, but she has like, are they like ocelots.
Oh,
or something
ocelots
like
are
that.
amazing. The
And they
long
have the
ears.
big ears,
Yeah.
and they're just he's absolutely gorgeous. And in some respects, because there are loads of them on Instagram, have them, and you're like, that's a bit shady. That's a bit like,
Where are they getting them from?
yeah, like underground animal sales. But they are so
They're very cute.
lovely.
Yeah.
One of the main characters in Watchmen has
Marmoset.
Not ringing bells.
one of the main characters in Watchmen has an ocelot.
I just love.
This is
I
pet.
love their big ears, and like they're just so cute.
Marmosets riding ocelots
Ah.
with razor blades on their hands.
Okay. That was good.
Whilst they're dueling.
Why razor blades?
Because it's a fight to the death.
We don't want them to kill each other.
Fucking, you know how you have like dog fighting? Now it's just like
I certainly-
marmosets
yeah.
and razor blades.
Underground marmoset fighting ring. Illegal.
Disclaimer, I do not condone this.
You thought of it.
You could give them like scissor hand or something like that.
My one would just be all scarred up because he's the champ.
Have like an eye hanging out.
Got like an eye patch on.
Like a snaggle tooth.
Bit of razor blade still stuck in his ear. But he's a champ though, so
He just keeps going.
yeah.
Talking about animals riding animals, have you seen the video of a corgi riding a pony?
Yes, I saw that.
It's glorious.
I'd like to see a video of a pony riding a corgi. That'd be more. That'd be better.
I don't think that would go very far.
leg.
It's like balanced. Or just a massive corgi that the queen rides around on.
That's talking of animals, a good would you rather question. Would you rather be attacked by many duck-sized horses or one giant horse-sized duck?
Out. Let's go over to you first.
The little duck. No, big duck. No, duck-sized.
So,
no
horse-sized
little
Duck-sized duck.
duck or many
Horse-sized duck.
or many duck-sized horses.
Or maybe little,
There's
duck-sized horses.
You can't be attacked by a little duck because otherwise.
One little duck.
It's basically a giant duck or tiny little horses.
That's
Yeah.
not the question.
But loads
Yeah.
of them. And they're
Yeah.
attacking you.
What? Ooh.
Yeah, if you got loads of like mule kicks by little horses, that would start to hurt.
That would hurt.
But a big duck, I think there's a spot you could probably punch at him and knock it out.
Yeah, but you infuriate it, the noise it would make.
And it would just crap everywhere.
Imagine a giant duck. Walk, 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 walk,
It's
walk.
like earthquakes.
And if it treads on you, if it's like webbed
It's a bit
foot.
like on Lost World. Can you remember when they're all like running along and someone gets squashed by the T-Rex? Be like that.
Yes, exactly
Fucking
like
hell.
that.
The
Wow.
duck's foot splat.
That's like in the new Jurassic World movie, Jurassic Kingdom. That's what happens in it.
Oh, that looks terrible.
I haven't seen the trailer for that.
They've also announced a third one for 2021 already.
Oh, have they?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they're like, oh, release date already. It's like, you haven't even sent out the second one.
If there's one thing that we now need to make a pact on tonight is that one day we have a feature film in the cinema called Giant Duck.
Yeah.
Yes.
Duck.
Jurassic Universe is the next one.
It's
Speaking of ducks,
Dinosaurs in space.
my exotic animal is a duck-billed platypus.
Oh yeah, that'd be quite cool.
Because I
That'd
think
be
they're
nice.
cool, and like I think it'd be my friend. I think I'd paint it yellow.
Disappointing
I
if
think
it
I'd paint it yellow and make it look like Psyduck.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Psyduck billed platypus.
Psyduck. What's that from?
The Pokemon that has.
Okay.
He's like a bit.
you could call him Perry the platypus, like from Phineas and Ferb.
No, his name would be Dave.
Or way
Dave
to shoot
the
me down,
platypus.
Dave the
Or whatever it
platypus,
is.
and Steve the Porg.
Steve the Porg, Dave the platypus, and John the dog.
John the Ocelot.
John the dog.
John
the
Major,
dog.
the dog.
John
Your ocelot will be killed Francisco Wambango the Third.
Dog with John Major's face on it.
But is it like a human face?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
But
it's
what
his
about
head
a,
sewed
a
on.
dog-sized John Major.
Callum,
quite
what's
funny,
your
actually.
exotic animal?
They'll probably be a pain to maintain, but I'm going to just go ahead and say a sloth.
A pain to maintain in the mainframe.
I don't
Insane
really.
in the membrane.
Why do you choose a sloth?
Yeah, I don't really.
Do all the same things you do. Just hang out with a sloth.
They're just cute.
Doesn't take that much looking after.
Baby
clean the
sloths
moss
are
off.
cute.
Yeah,
Baby sloths are
adorable.
cute, but adult sloths are terrifying.
What was it? Was it Planet Earth 2 where they had sloths?
And they're
I haven't
fucking
seen Planet
walking like on their little like scritchy scratches,
Bit
just like
They
Crabman.
swim as well.
yeah.
Shout out to Crabman.
Shout out to Crabman.
Rest in peace, your legs.
AKA Crutch Gut. Sorry.
We've got some good suggestions in the chat room. We've got T Swain would like a death claw from Fallout.
Fuck off!
Why would you want that?
No!
Theyfly would like a bearded dragon.
Bearded dragons are awesome.
Theyfly then suggested to T Swain a Yao Guai, and 100 horse-sized ducks. Bring them on.
Bring them on.
How are we doing for time on our under an hour podcast special?
We are.
50 minutes in or something.
No, we're all right. We've got loads of time, I reckon.
We're at 26
Okay.
minutes.
Yeah.
There we go. Halfway
Halfway point.
point.
All right.
So
So
second guess would probably be a Komodo dragon, but probably erring more on the side of a sloth.
Now, Komodo dragon would not make a good pet. That shit would kill you. It would just kill you, and that would be the end.
and plus it's named after a toilet anyway. So why do you want a dragon? named after-
Exactly.
Hey?
That's
Isn't
what
that a
it's named
kimono?
Is that what it's?
I think
Kimono.
A kimono.
Oh.
A kimono's like some sort
Kimonos
of dress
are the
type thing.
dress, like
Oh,
the.
okay. Shit, moving on.
That's what Callum uses as a toilet.
A dress. Japanese dress. I will not take a ship until you bring my Japanese dress. I'm sorry, Mr. Callum.
Shit's in a dress.
Oh, okay.
Right, before we go to a break, Callum, you got your phone?
I have, yes.
Because it's time for your segment, which isn't your segment because it's someone else's. But
And
it's
that
time-
is.
Ross is on Twitter.
There we go.
Hey.
Ross is on Twitter. This week on Ross is on Twitter.
Well, his very latest tweet that I could find, and he's actually started using the hashtag Ross tweets, okay?
Oh no.
Just so you know.
The meme has
It's
become
become
self-aware.
This is where I went back in time. Like this is why I went back in time last week, so I can capture Ross before he became famous.
His tweet, it comes with a picture, but can't get away with feeding Kenny Loggins without him demanding I play this as he eats. Get over it, Kenny. Was 30 years ago. Hashtag Danger Zone. Hashtag Top Gun. Hashtag Ross tweets. And they actually tagged Kenny Loggins in it.
And what's the picture?
It's a picture of his latest Kenny Loggins vinyl.
So he likes
He's
Kenny
got a
Loggins.
Kenny Loggins vinyl.
Yet he hates him.
It sounds like a man
He
who's
loves Kenny
harassing.
Loggins a bit.
He sounds like he's harassing Kenny Loggins on
Sounds
Twitter.
like a troll.
He did actually, when I spoke to him the other day at HMB, and he was talking about hitting up Kenny Loggins on Twitter quite a bit,
He went
messaging
through a
him.
phase of doing it every day, so...
Poor Kenny Loggins.
Ross is on Twitter. That was it this week. Ross is on Twitter is aware of his fame now.
Yeah, we need to modify it.
We need to
We're going to have to ask the chat for random dates, and we'll go and find the closest Ross tweet.
Ross is on Twitter throwback editions. Yeah, it's time to go to a break, and then we'll be right back with part 2 of the podcast. So far, we've just had it's just been random chat special so far.
That's what we like.
Just random chat, Al's friend chat, and Ross is on
Yeah.
Twitter.
Damn right.
Al, you're going to talk about this week's sponsor. All
Am I?
over to
Look of fear on his face.
You can't interrupt the man in the middle of his flow.
You're going to go. You're doing it. This
Doing
week.
what?
The sponsor plug.
Which is what?
We talked about this, Al.
Remember?
No, we
Before
didn't.
we came on air,
We did
signed
talk
the deal.
about this now.
The fuck are you talking about?
We signed it before we came on air.
What?
The deal.
We signed the contract.
The deal.
We all did it.
Well, you're mistaken.
You've made a mistake. Okay, right, Al. If you want to talk about this week's sponsor,
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
I'll throw you the ball, then you can just carry on.
You can.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Pretty Random Podcast is proudly sponsored by.
You? You're such a dickhead. Go for it. I don't know what you're talking about. You better get fucked, mate.
AbuseFromAl.com. AbuseFromAl.com is an exclusive service sending abuse to mainly me. If you'd like to send abuse to your closest friends, just go to AbuseFromAl.com, sending such lines as
Go fuck yourself.
and
Suck a dick.
And for a limited time only, get 10% off.
What's that?
Not a very good one, that one, but
That's why it's 10% off.
Yeah, that's why it's going cheap.
that's why it's 10% off. And if there's one word to describe me from how it's...
I can't say that word.
We can bleep it.
You're a crow, remember?
Yeah, I'm an absolute crow. So that's abusefromrow.com for all your abuse needs. Proud sponsor of the Pretty Random Podcast. We're back and we're coming in at under an hour and we're good for time, and it's the Pretty Random Podcast special with Holly.
Hey.
Do you know what that means it's time for? It's time for...
What segment?
Come on now.
Every week.
Come on now, every week.
Come on, we come back from the break every week.
What are you opening up? Your cheat app. It's time for
Jed's
Bruh.
cheat app.
Jed's cheat app. Sponsored and hosted by Jed
Oh, they
Benoit.
changed the app. I don't know how to use this.
Oh,
Changed my own app.
you've had an update.
Oh, crap.
This is the brass facts section for all you new listeners and you crazy cats.
Something's
out there.
going on here.
Is that the app you use?
Just so you know what's going on right now, Jed has an app that he gathers the facts from. They've changed the app and now he doesn't know how to use it. So he's just clicking pictures,
You can see I'm really prepared.
and during this time, Callum's gone to his phone.
Okay, right, we're back, everyone. Brass
And
facts.
Holly's drawn breath again.
Holly,
Go on,
Holly's
because I'm still
talking.
trying to figure this out.
I was just gonna say, failure to prepare is to prepare to fail.
Oh.
Jez.
Oh, Jed.
That is.
Jed,
Prepared to fail
I've
Jed.
never prepared for anything.
Brass Facts has been cancelled
due to failure to prepare.
due to failure
What's
to prepare.
yeah. Something's called preparation. Something.
Preparation H.
Yeah. What's that?
That's for hemorrhoids.
Oh.
It's hemorrhoids cream, but like up until recently, it's what people use for tattoos.
Oh, okay. So that's
Like,
not it.
It's a hemorrhoid cream, but was also prescribed for tattoos by scratch artists.
Ah, okay. Right, because there's been an issue with the official app, and because I don't know how it works, this week's Brass Facts are all about sharks.
Shark Week on the
Shark Week.
on the Pretty Random Podcast.
Shark Week on the Pretty Random Podcast, so we need to do the intro again. A shark version.
This is ringing bells. Just gonna chuck it out.
You weren't, yeah, but there would have only been one shark fact before. They wouldn't have all been about sharks.
Out, you do the intro. I'm going to do some background music.
Shark version.
Dun-dum,
It's time for
dun-dum.
Shark Week. Brass Apps? That's not a thing. Brass
For
Facts.
fuck's sake.
Sponsored and hosted by Jed Benoit.
You had one job
I'm
now.
sorry,
Literally, you
I
were like,
fucked it
Brass
up
Apps.
badly.
you can't even. You're rubbish.
You can do one.
Got to really stop with the Jed Benoit as well.
What's his
Exactly.
name?
Okay, right. I can't speak now.
Car crash.
Shaq.
Shack. It's not a shark. It's this week's first fact.
Shaq week.
Shack Week. Should we do Shack Week
Yeah.
next week?
Yeah.
Facts about
Fact number
Shaq.
one: man's not hot.
Oh.
No, I was thinking.
Not that kind of
Shaq,
Shaq.
as in
I was thinking.
Shaq from the 70s blaxploitation
I was thinking
films.
of Big Shaq.
Oh, I was thinking of
No.
Shaquille O'Neal.
No, I was as well, yeah.
Ah. Well, there's a lot of Shaqs. So
And mine was Shaft. John Shaft.
there can be a lot of facts about Shaq next week. Okay, more people are killed by sandcastles than by sharks.
What?
Wow.
How the fuck
Yeah,
do you
right.
get killed by a sandcastle?
I think they probably trip over it and
fall on the sand?
fall on their head, but on the hard part of the sand.
Hard part of sand.
Yeah, you know when you.
So cement then.
Snap their neck on the castle wall.
That sound like you're rapping. Sound like a little rap you're doing then.
Snap their neck on the castle wall.
Yeah.
It did actually, didn't it?
That is some good.
Write that
Copyright those
down.
lyrics. You
Yeah.
better write that down.
Don't let Taylor Swift
Al
get to
cannot
them.
use them.
Yeah, Taylor Swift will be writing about that next week.
You sure? Not our latest breakup.
Aren't you
Yeah.
her latest breakup?
Her
Oh.
neck on the
I
castle
wouldn't
wall.
touch that.
I've got a Sandcastle update
Oh,
coming in quick on
That's
the shark facts to back it up. So, generally speaking, 16 fatalities caused by falling into holes from digging
Oh,
sand.
that one might be worse. Then you fall
okay.
in.
That makes
Yeah.
sense.
I thought you meant like just kids with buckets and spades, like, oh, there's a little sandcastle and like
Yeah.
They
Death.
they die because it failed.
I went into a full story. I had like sandcastles, and then like another kid builds a sandcastle, and then like they wage some kind of medieval war
Oh.
between the sandcastles, and one of them has to die.
With the marmosets and the
True.
ocelots.
it's like
With the
war-
razor blades.
It's like the War of the Roses,
Yeah.
but played out on a beach
With razor blade monkeys.
strapped to their hands.
Razor blade monkeys, long-eared cats, fighting out of sandcastles.
Oh,
Someone must die.
If you
This
say
week on Shark Week.
if you say it that way, then technically I've almost died from a Santa Claus.
A giant shark finalizes the battle by leaping out of the water on to the fighting marmosets below.
Wait, Callum just Callum just told us that he's nearly died in a marmoset riding ocelot,
Sandcastle.
knives on fingers, but sandcastles battle.
John Prescott as a dog.
John Mayer. Not John Mayer.
John Mayer as a lemur.
John Barryman.
It was John Mayer, wasn't
Yeah.
it?
John Mayer, wasn't
John
it?
Barryman
Sorry.
off of Doctor Who.
John Barrowman
Of a
with
torch
razor
with-
blades taped to his hands.
So basically just
No,
a lot
but-
of Johns as dogs.
John Wick as an ocelot.
every
Just imagine
every
killing
John
everyone.
in the world is a dog with like dog's body, face of a man.
John Terry is a pit bull.
Heather McCartney. Right. So, how did you almost die from a sandcastle, Callum?
Oh, I've told the story before. When I was 4, and I went to Weymouth. And someone dug a hole in the water, and of course, I was a tiny little chap at that age. And I kind of stepped into this hole, which I didn't know was there, and I went under the water, and I didn't know how to swim, so I almost
shit.
died.
I thought you meant like when you were like, I told the story before when I was 4. I was like, what the fuck?
Presenting One Night Only in Weymouth. Callum!
He's the poster child for Weymouth.
So, but that was... So they dug a hole under the...
Under the water, yeah.
But how far out was it?
Not too far out, but
You
So-
can't.
far enough out for when you're 4 years old.
Yeah, do you think the tide had come in?
I think it probably had. Yeah.
Because-
Oh, so
yeah.
you were like paddling in the sea.
I was just walking. It was like I think
And
it
then
got
there was,
to
like,
like
a
chest
dip.
height, and it just
I
dip,
think
and I-
that you're actually trying to...
Your mum just sees you like.
No,
Disappear.
apparently my mum was screaming like fuck,
I bet
and
she
no one
was.
helped apart from my dad.
Oh, well, that's why they're married.
And then the ocelots
I
came
don't
out and
think that's why
rescued
them.
him. No, the ocelots.
The razor blade monkeys.
We've sent them all to battle.
That's why everyone went quiet. They're like, "Who gives a fuck about a child drowning?"
Get out of
it!
They were watching the battle.
Get out of here, John Major Dog.
This is a really weird beach, you guys.
Weymouth.
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 Definitely Weymouth.
Normal day.
Yeah, maybe you were being dragged under by a mermaid.
Maybe.
Yeah, we've chosen one.
In a tiny hole.
Theresa
Yeah.
May mermaid.
Oh god.
I've watched a Polish mermaid movie recently, so
Porno?
possible.
Was that the one about
Mermaid.
eating people?
It's slightly, yeah. It's a horror musical.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Lure.
Horror musical.
Yeah. It's good. It's a good movie. I enjoyed it.
What's it called?
The Lure. Lure. Lure.
what?
Lure. Lure. L-U-R-E.
Lure? Like
Lure.
to lure someone.
Yeah.
I don't know if he was just doing a song from the
Lure.
musical.
Lure.
That's the theme tune.
Lord.
Famous mermaid movie, The Lorry. Here's another fact about sharks on Shark Week special. Okay, so for every human killed by a shark, if we think, oh, those dangerous sharks, they could kill humans and all that. So for every human that's been killed by a shark, 2 million sharks have been killed by a human.
Fuck.
Wow, that's some
Humans are
perspective.
trash, aren't they?
Yeah.
We're really just trash.
Just pieces of shit.
I
You are.
Jed specifically.
And don't forget,
Alice
this week's,
exempt.
this week's Pretty Random Podcast is sponsored by abusefromhour.com.
There you go, plug.
Interrupts in the middle of the Shark Fact segment to bring you such abuse as...
I ain't got any more. I'm done with my abuse.
You definitely are not.
Please continue.
I mean, not to I think people don't think of animals with the same perspective of humans, but that really is like a genocide. Like 2 million to every one person. That's a lot of fucking sharks.
Yeah.
It's a bit like Jewish people to Hitler.
Oh,
That's-
man.
But
it is, though,
but
isn't it?
it is. You
Yeah,
can't.
it is.
You to like
It's
people.
still alive.
Yeah,
It's
people
still
always
alive.
say, there's a difference between human and animals, but is there really? Like, if a creature can feel pain and can feel affection,
Yeah.
then and fear, then why is it any different to a human?
Exactly.
Yeah, I agree, yeah.
Yeah, but it's like when you watch horror movies and you just watch the people getting killed, you're like, go on, kill her. And then
I
as soon as an animal
Nope,
comes
nope,
into
nope.
effect or the dog gets killed, you're like, fuck off, no.
I mean, the
No,
feeling
I'm
I
not
tend
watching
to
this movie.
feel is fear.
Apprehension,
I'd laughter on horror movies.
revulsion.
I was watching Babadook, and there was one bit when she starts to go crazy,
Babadook.
and there's the child there, and I'm just like, God, snap his neck. Snap it.
Oh, jeez.
And then she kills the cat, and I'm just like, why?
Oh, boy. Movie about a giant duck.
Rubber duck.
The Babadook.
Yes!
No, you have to do that. You
are
have to
onto
do
this.
that
The giant
trailer for the Babadook.
The shark is the only fish that can blink with both eyes. So other fish are always just winking, like, one eye at a time, which I didn't really think about until now.
Okay.
Okay.
We've got an advert come up on the app. But I'll just get rid of that.
that's new.
Hold on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
this
dolphins that sleep with one half of their brain. Like, as they carry on swimming, then, like, one half of their brain
so. I
shuts
think that's
down.
what I've heard, yeah.
And the other one shuts down.
Didn't know
But
that.
like you, innit, Al?
That is me all the time.
Half a brain, Al.
Constantly half asleep.
Half brain. Half...
Wait.
Sorry, why aren't koalas actual bears? Because they don't meet the qualifications. It comes...
Like the little face.
Laughing emoji face.
Yeah, I like that.
As well. This is Shark Week, by the way. You're new to the chat by the looks of it.
Eric the
the
Nord.
Nord. Welcome.
shout out to you.
These facts are all about sharks.
Please subscribe.
Subscribe.
Oh god, the man flu's come back.
Please go on script.
All right.
Shark vibe.
Now this fundamentally changes the history of the Earth. This fact,
Go on.
because when God made the Earth, He made the water and the land, and He made the plants and He made the trees. Right, Al?
Apparently.
But apparently, according to this fact, which we won't dispute because it's on my brass facts segment, sharks have been around longer than trees. So
What?
when God made the earth, He made the water and the land and the sharks.
Well, I guess like in terms of evolution on the planet, humans our early ancestors were fish that learnt to come up onto the land.
Yeah, and then
But
So-
there was no like
shark.
there was no like foliage at that time. The earth was just way too hot. Too hot.
Yeah, that's
How
That's-
can you prove this exactly, though?
Fossils.
I was thinking that, but I don't know.
Fossils.
All right.
Fossils and sedimentary rock. Igneous rock.
All right.
Anyone else got any types of rock?
The ones you get from like Brighton.
Dwayne Johnson.
Yes.
People's champ. Every individual shark has its own distinctive character and personality, quite like the Pretty Random podcast. Some sharks are shy, some are more social. Different types of shark.
Wow.
That'd be every shark's different, unique. So
Yeah.
probably sharks hang out with other sharks that they're like similar to.
That's crazy.
Like Bruce
Did they have a podcast?
in Finding Nemo.
Yes,
Do you think they have a podcast?
The Shark
Yeah,
podcast.
Shark podcast.
I reckon.
They're doing a Pretty Random podcast week.
Fact
Yeah.
segment.
Well, no,
under the
it's
tree
Human
right
Week.
now.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Sharky and George. Good program. Good cartoon.
Crime Busters of the Sea.
Yeah.
Street Sharks.
No.
I don't
Sharky
think anyone
George.
likes street sharks.
What's street
Just dropping a
sharks?
bomb. Street sharks.
The sharks from Fishtail.
Sharks. Yeah, they're good. The sharks and Fishtail. Robert De Niro.
And Angelina Jolie as a sexy
Don't know
fish.
that.
Yeah. Robert De Niro.
Yeah, I know who that is.
Robert De Niro.
He plays a shark.
Waluigi.
I now know who that is.
Oh, from me saying it 3 times.
Yeah, that's
Ah.
right.
Okay.
I'm so
Princess-
disappointed in you, Al.
Peach.
Nope.
Okay.
Sharks have been known to calm down and relax when listening to AC/DC.
Good
How
choice.
the hell did they come across that?
I imagine they just played a load of music to him.
And just saw their reactions, I suppose.
You shock me all night long. That's how it goes, isn't it?
Ah. Does
There
that have
you
the word
go.
shark in it? You shark me
It's
all like
shook, but
Oh.
you see what I did there. On Shark Week,
Shark Week.
Shark Week.
I augmented it.
Nice. I like that. Right, let's finish off with the last shark fact. Alright, so how many how many sets of teeth does a shark have, Al?
3.
Okay, and how many do you think is in a shark's mouth?
How many sets or how many teeth?
120.
How many teeth?
More than that.
It could be more than that, in all fairness. Was that right about the sets?
But it's what's in its
Was I- no,
but
hold on,
what's in a shark's mouth?
What do you mean?
What is it in it?
His teeth?
100% about
100%?
that? You're wrong because
Oh.
sharks they don't actually have teeth. They're actually scales.
What?
Wow.
And this is why sharks can this is why sharks can indefinitely grow them back, and why they have so many.
Oh, okay.
So whereas like other animals that have sets of teeth, whereas you get it's a bit weird really that human get 2 sets of teeth.
yeah, and that's
Isn't it?
it.
Because like we don't get like 2 arm bones, do we? Like, oh, that one's broke, but we're going to get another one grow when we're an
Yeah.
adult. So that makes sense as to why they can have so many grow if it's like just a hard scale.
Yeah, that's...
So it's not really a tooth; it's actually a scale.
That's crazy.
Shark Week.
That is the best fact.
Not all facts are 100% disclaimer.
No facts from Jed's facts are ever correct.
Well, they are correct.
No, they are.
You just have to pick and choose which ones you want
Just
to
got to
believe.
guess.
Okay, right. That was the Shark Fact Week part of the podcast.
Thanks, Jed.
Al, do you know what it's time for?
You have to tell me.
We're going to go to an impromptu top 5, which is actually now becoming a regular thing. So it's just the top
Yeah,
5.
it's not really impromptu anymore.
It's most of the time it's actually just normal.
Right, Al, intro.
It's time for the top 5.
Hey.
Sponsored and hosted by, I know the words, Mark Dennison.
Oursinsults.com.
Al,
Back for one.
Sponsored by Owl's Insults.
So this one, right? I picked this one because the number 1 is a massive left turn compared to the rest. Okay, and I think it's a massive one. So this is the top 5 all-time fictional characters.
Ooh.
that could be anything.
As you can imagine, they're probably going to be quite modern fictional characters. And this is highly illustrated by number 5 being Spider-Man.
Ah.
Spoodman.
Spider-Man.
Spooder.
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 Dolan Duck.
Yeah, he's pretty cool,
Who?
actually.
Dildo Duck.
Huh?
Is that what you said?
No.
No, there's the set of memes where it's like Spooderman, Dolan Duck.
Dolan Duck.
Donald.
Yeah.
Ah,
Dolan.
okay. Right, sorry. So confused. I'm not up with popular
Dildo duck.
culture.
What the hell's a dildo duck, Al?
One of those things you buy online.
Like a toilet duck.
This
But you
podcast
shove up
seems
your ass.
very duck-based today.
There's a lot of sexual tension between Jed and Al.
There always is, in all fairness.
Not from my side.
Definitely.
Right. Spider-Man, I reckon he would be in the... I would have been surprised if he won in the top 5. Because out of superhero characters, I think even if you're not big into any of the Marvel or DC or any of that stuff, you know who Spider-Man is.
Everyone knows who Spider-Man is.
Everyone loves a bit of Spider-Man. From the chat, Eric the Nords, Sherlock Holmes got to be in there somewhere. Well, we've got 4 people to go yet, so you know, stick around, you might find out.
There's a lot of iconic characters
Homer
as well.
Simpson.
Yeah, I think you're going to be surprised by some of the people that are missing. And that's a phone down.
Get this shit out, man.
And I will do my customary old school go back through the rest of them to show you some people that are missing. So let's move on to number 4, Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
Oh, you know all about him, don't you?
Oh,
Jed?
you're a wizard, Harry.
No, don't know about him.
Oh,
He's died. He's out.
just turned into an East End car mechanic. Don't know nothing about Harry Potter.
You tell him about Harry Potter while I cough.
I'm sure Harry Potter's that guy that fucked me over down the pub one day, innit? Fucking hell, Harry Potter.
Something's happened. Oh no, I
There
don't
you go,
know.
you're back.
I'm back, everyone.
There you
Callum, would you agree with Harry Potter, Billy?
Billy?
Would you agree with Harry Potter being on the list?
I agree with him being on the list, but I don't know whether I'd put him at number 4. But
Where would you put him?
I'm a hipster, so probably quite far up.
Number 5, then.
In
Probably about
5.
20, but
It's top 5s.
yeah, I know.
You've got 5 choices.
So I wouldn't put him in the top 5.
So not 4.
No.
Number 5, then.
Number
Right.
100.
So, Harry Potter, because no one else seems to have anything to say about Harry Potter.
Harry.
Here's a story from last year where we had 3 adventures. Well, 2 adventures to Comic Con. You went to 2 Comic Cons, didn't you? We went to 3 Comic Cons.
Yes, we went to 3.
We went to 3 Comic Cons. At one Comic Con, we'd seen a very well done Dumbledore. A very, very good Dumbledore cosplay.
In the photo.
Jed didn't know who Dumbledore was or any of the Harry Potter supporting characters, but he really wanted to get a photo with Dumbledore.
He's a cool
Oh,
wizard.
is there, wasn't
yeah.
there?
He
Yeah.
looked like the wizard off of Fort Boyard.
So Jed chose the exact moment to get a photo with Dumbledore when the Harry Potter cosplayers had all met in one singular place to have a group shot. So Jed goes off to one side to have a photo with Dumbledore, and at that point the rest of the Harry Potter crew think that he wants a photo with every single one of them. So a photo with Dumbledore ends up being a photo with every single Harry Potter cosplayer. Jed stood in the middle, not knowing a single character that he's surrounded by, but like trying to look like he's loving life.
That's a good day.
It's a
And-
strong stance he's
Yeah.
pulling
he
in the
pulled
middle.
a strong stance.
It looked like they wanted the photo with me.
Yeah, they're like, oh my god, that's Jed.
From the Pretty Random podcast.
That's Jed Bennett.
Jed from Jed's World.
And you didn't swipe on my phone left or right, so good work.
Yeah. I didn't see any dodgy pictures.
I think that picture should go on the Instagrams.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
actually, it just came up on the Twitch, and the way that I don't know if it's the lighting or whatever, but it looked like a proper film poster for like Jed and the Potters or something.
Nice.
There you go.
Let's
See.
get that on Instagram.
So moving on to number 3, classic Darth Vader.
Yeah, gotta get a Star Wars one in there.
Yeah. I would.
Did they actually put classic Darth Vader, or is it just Darth Vader?
Darth Vader is
Darth
classic.
Vader is Darth Vader. Is
Classic
Darth
version.
Vader.
So I thought.
Everyone knows who Darth Vader is. Again, everyone.
Al,
I know who he is.
explain who Darth Vader is.
He's all burnt.
Exactly.
He's all burnt.
Exactly,
That's
he is-
it.
he
That's
is
the
all
Darth
burnt.
Vader origin
He's
story.
like the guy from the Falklands.
From the Falklands.
Imagine that alternate universe where what's his name?
I can't remember.
West.
So Weston.
Adam West. Simon
Simon
Weston.
West- Simon
Weston.
Weston.
Adam West. So Simon Weston comes back from the Falklands and they strap him up in a
Darth Vader suit.
in a Darth Vader suit.
Yeah, Darth
But
Vader being on
from
there.
Al's description, that could have been Freddy Krueger.
Yeah,
Just,
but
just
he
saying,
knew
he's
straight away.
burnt.
Yeah. I was actually at a hotel in Dartmoor about 2 years ago, and the following weekend Simon Weston was doing a guest speech.
Really?
Simon Weston,
Oh man.
burns victim. You know how I used to do, like, read out the comments on this website from people?
Yeah.
There is a comment on Darth Vader. Oh my goodness, I just love the way he breathes.
Oh.
But it's actually spelt wrong, so it actually says, I just love the way he breaths.
Sexual Vader.
So number 2 is going to come as no surprise to anyone. Batman.
Yeah, Batman.
He shouldn't have been.
100% Batman.
Not before Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
In fact, should have been number 1.
No, Darth Vader is more iconic than Batman.
No.
Yeah.
He's
No.
been around longer.
Then who?
Batman's been around longer than
No.
Darth Vader?
Yeah.
Darth Vader's just like way more famous though.
To you.
He is.
Did you just call him Daff?
Daft Vader.
Good old Daft
He's a
Vader.
new member of Daft Punk. Daft Vader.
Daft Punk.
To be honest, it's probably equal, aren't they, on the amount of people knowing who they
No,
are?
Darth Vader's got more people in it.
I would say kids know Batman more.
No,
so
no.
they're
Adults
that's
know
it.
Batman
Kids
as well.
know Darth
Yeah,
Vader.
no. I know adults know Batman, but I'm just saying
Oh,
more kids would know Batman over Darth Vader
I once
until they get later on.
I once got into a proper heated argument, which I know is going to sound unrealistic. I got into a proper heated argument with someone once about what's more famous, Superman or the McDonald's arch.
The
I
McDonald's
hate to
art.
say it, but it's probably going to be McDonald's Arch. Yeah.
But I won the argument. They backed off because at the time the argument was that under. And now I think about this, it's so stupid. But like underprivileged places wouldn't know who Superman are because they can't get comics and TV, but they'd know what McDonald's is because they see it on the street. Which sounds that's a ridiculous argument. But mine was at the time when we were having this argument, they just released a ton of comics, kind of like into the wild for kids in Croatia when the Croatia-Serbian war was going on, to illustrate how you shouldn't. Superman teaching people how to not step on landmines, and DC were releasing loads of these kind of like educational comics around the world, so kids were going to know who Superman was
That's
from that.
crazy.
Yeah. So moving on to number one, then, what is everyone's guess?
Homer Simpson.
Homer Simpson. We got Homer Simpson going on one. We got Homer Simpson. We got Jed. We got Homer Simpson. Homer Simpson.
Homer Simpson.
Homer
I'd like to know from the chat room what everyone thinks in the chat room
Just
as well.
so you're aware, Jed. Homer Simpson.
Homer Simpson. Probably. Who is famous?
Is it Waluigi?
Kermit the
No.
Frog.
Kermit the Frog, maybe.
I
No.
love if it was Waluigi.
Maybe it will be Mickey Mouse.
Mickey Mouse, good shout.
Yeah.
Homer Simpson, Mickey Mouse, Homer Simpson smiling politely. Ollie?
I really have no idea. Like I keep thinking, and I'm like, what is just a really like huge character? But there's so many, and I'm just stuck. I was gonna say Mickey Mouse actually, like Jed, but
That would be the third Mickey Mouse. We got one from the chat as well from Eric the Norse.
Really?
So
Yep.
you've thrown me off because you said it's like a total diversion from the rest.
No, it's just something that it isn't a diversion
No, well, yeah.
because this person is an ultimate legend, but I didn't see it coming.
Oh, so it's a person then.
I'm gonna say.
Yeah, Homer's
Fictional
a person.
character.
Yeah, but, yeah. Why
What do
did
you
I even say that?
What do you
No,
think Homer
it's a
is?
small box in the corner of the room.
I'm gonna take a stab in the dark and say Johnny Bravo.
Johnny Bravo's a
Johnny
good shout,
Bravo.
but it's not
Johnny
right.
Bravo. Dusty Bin.
Heir to the Empire, Johnny in the house.
Hey!
And he has gone with probably the closest to this actual answer.
I think so as well.
Callum's imaginary friend.
Which one?
Oh.
Um,
I'm gonna keep myself entertained.
Eric the
somehow.
North says, "Screw you, Cap guy." He took Mickey first.
I was gonna say we're both
Screw
right.
you, mate.
And Nate Flowers got Shrek. So, of all these answers, like, I actually can't believe you didn't say Superman, or Sherlock Holmes, like was in the chat, or Phil Collins. The actual number one fictional character by popular vote on the internet, Forrest Gump.
oh,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
Forrest
But
Gump.
that's awesome.
Oh, okay.
Forrest Gump.
That I did not expect.
No, nor did I. But that's awesome. I'll take that. We were talking about him earlier.
Were we?
Yeah, when you're talking about running across America.
Yeah.
Yes, we were. Weren't we?
There you
Yes.
go.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
we were.
Full circle.
That's weird
There
when
we
that
go.
Oh wow, that is crazy, isn't it?
That's weird when that
bad.
happens like that. It's because we script it, see.
You weren't there when we were talking about this.
What?
About Forrest Gump. I was talking to someone at work today. So this June, me and Al are going to E3.
I'm good.
You're coming as well to LA, but you don't know about this part yet. So I said it would be funny if I flew into the East Coast of America, got off the plane, and then Forrest Gump style just ran across America to the other side, and like grew a massive beard on the way, and like a huge like mane of hair and trucker cap,
And then you miss E3.
yeah, get there and it's like December.
Next year's E3, by the time you get there. E3 2019.
Yeah, or it's like December, it's Christmas, and I'm just like I just turn around and run back the other way. Meet
There's
loads of
always
people on the
something
way.
to do in LA. You'll find something when you get there.
Rub my face on a t-shirt, get a new line of t-shirts.
There you go.
Yeah.
These are all Forrest Gump references.
I actually haven't watched.
I knew you hadn't seen Forrest Gump by the
okay.
fact that you didn't know what we were talking about.
I don't know. I like Forrest Gump is obviously an iconic character in fiction, but I don't think I put him ahead of someone like Superman or
Yeah.
Batman
Yeah.
You
or
haven't seen Forrest Gump?
or Luke Skywalker. Like, I'm surprised Luke Skywalker
Yeah,
or
I wanted it to
Leia
be Luke
wasn't.
Skywalker or Yoda or something.
Yeah, like because when you think of Superman, there's like he's like a symbol. He's like
Yeah.
he's a cultural
associated with a letter.
symbol. Yeah, you know, like when you draw the little S thing in school, you think of Superman. So yeah, I just find it a strange.
What
it is a
S
left
thing are you
turn.
talking about? I'm thinking of that skater ass thing.
Yeah, but like that's
Don't think of Superman when I draw it.
no. But
Yeah, no, the
it's-
Superman S. What's it called? Just the Superman S, I guess.
It's
His
a
logo.
it's a
That
symbol
is
for
it.
hope, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's a Superman S.
I just can't believe it wasn't Bob the Marsupial
Who's that?
from the Great Battle of the Ocelots in the Sandcastle realm.
Oh, he was such a legend.
Such a king. He was a king amongst ocelots.
He was.
He was a god amongst.
Oh, wait, what?
King-
So the ocelot, not the marmoset.
Oh no,
no,
he took it. He took him into battle, threw him off because like he got sliced and
Stood
then
on his hind legs.
kind of, yeah, and he was just there fighting off of all of the
Yeah.
ocelots, all of the
I need-
marmosets,
He
and
I need
peeled
to
the razor
research
blades
this.
off of the marmosets.
Are there any like cave drawings
Beheaded one
about
of them.
this or
Yeah.
Yep.
tapestry I can get in touch
He was
Yeah.
get in touch
actually
with?
one of the first kings of Wessex.
if you go down to Weymouth
Ocelots.
and then find one of the holes that have been dug, you'll find pictures all around in the sand.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you know the guy that does like the real life sculpting of
Yeah.
he's
makes-
dead.
Yeah, because of him, because of the ocelot.
Rest in peace, Bob.
I was just like, what the fuck is happening?
Like, yes.
So that
The start of this thing.
Yeah, I was
isn't
gonna
it?
so
say.
that was the top 5. Forrest Gump, winner of the top
A
5.
strange one.
Yeah, I'm really shocked by that. But
You can
that's
see why he
number one.
picked it now. He's
Yeah.
come out of left field.
Yeah.
I feel almost.
There's no reference.
No,
there.
I feel like that was almost like anticlimax. Like I was like, oh, who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? And it's like Forrest Gump. Yeah, but also maybe I put him more at like number 7.
100.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, let's go back through and see what we've missed. See what we could have won. So we could have won. Number 6 was the Joker.
Oh, Christ,
Yeah.
yeah.
Number 7 was close to Waluigi. It was Mario.
Is Hello Kitty on there?
Number 8 was Link from the Legend of Zelda series. And number 9, a favourite of Mr. French Hat himself,
Sonic?
Alex, Goku.
Oh. Well, that's good. I thought you were about to say Sonic.
Number 10 is SpongeBob SquarePants.
Really?
And then Sherlock Holmes, number 11.
Is
There you
Sonic
go.
on that list?
Give me a chance.
Calm down now.
The fact you have to scroll that
Here's
far.
some people you've missed off the list. Gandalf is number 12.
Gandalf.
Daenerys Targaryen, number 13.
Oh,
Some blue-haired at number 14 is Sonic the Hedgehog.
Blue
Hey.
gun.
C-bomb.
Yeah, I can book
He
it.
said it's good.
And I didn't say it in anger either.
No.
why was he on the list anyway?
Because he's iconic.
Is he?
Is he?
Is he
Is he?
if I go
He's
out-
on Forrest Gump, mine.
to
Oh, he's
a
better.
really
Oh, wow.
depraved country?
Depraved country. All right.
Deprived country.
Wait, what's the word?
Deprived.
What is depraved?
It means like really bad minds, like sexual depravity is
Gone
like
off the rails.
is like
okay.
John Major as a
Oh.
dog.
Sort
Okay.
of Twilight
Being
fanfiction
humped
sort
by
of area.
Theresa May.
Okay, well if I go to one of those countries first,
Theresa Mermaid. Theresa Maymaid.
and then I go to a deprived country and say, "Do you know who Sonic the Hedgehog is?" They're going to be like, "No."
They would know.
No.
Because if they're deprived,
No.
they've probably got like a master system.
No.
So they probably have Sonic.
If they had a master system, they'd probably just sell it because it would be worth a decent amount of money to get
Yeah.
I could rip the cartridges out and make something.
get some rice. Number 19, Superman came in at.
Rip something out.
Number 19, just see if there's any other crazy ones that came in, like low. Oh, shit. Oh,
Circuitry.
I've broken it. Bilbo Baggins at number 20.
20. Okay.
Where's Homer?
It just won't. It doesn't have any more than 20.
Homer's
so-
not on there. He's not
Surprised,
iconic
actually.
enough anymore. He used to be
Yeah,
iconic
he used to be, didn't
in
he?
the
Yeah.
90s, but then he's just stopped being
I'd
iconic.
say Bart was a bit more iconic than Homer there.
He was, but then it switched, didn't it?
I tell you
And
what.
then it became Millhouse.
Heir to the Empire in the chat has brought up a very good point. You can take your Sonic and drop him down the list because Knuckles is now quite
Uganda
well known in
Knuckles,
Uganda.
Yeah.
You do
Good
not
idea,
know the
Gun.
way.
Do you know?
Please don't bring up
I've
that
seen
meme.
images of it, but I've never actually seen any videos.
There's a real-
I spit on the fake queen.
No. We'll
See, I
set
haven't-
Johnny
I don't
off.
know what that is.
Don't do it.
Number 29, Tyrannosaurus Rex from Jurassic Park.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's
Mickey Mouse was number 30.
Oh.
Mickey Mouse.
Tyrannosaurus Rex is better than Mickey Mouse.
I would
Yes.
agree with that.
Yeah, that wouldn't be as scary if he came through the gate on Jurassic Park.
Oh, it
Mickey
would.
Mouse.
Homer Simpson number 40.
Oh, I guess-
Nathar says, "Where the fuck is my boy Shrek?"
Okay, give it a time. Well, he's below Ezra Bridger. Unlucky.
Ouch.
I'm so
I
low.
would say where's my boy, but I'm a hipster and I know Jason Voorhees isn't going to be on there, so...
He's
not-
well known if you watch horror. Well, I suppose you don't have to watch horror, do you?
Oh, Tracer
Yeah.
from Overwatch made it in before before Shrek.
What? That is bullshit.
And also Robbie Rotten from
Robbie-
from
I'm
From
starting
Lazy Town.
to,
Lazy Town.
I'm starting to doubt who's voting on this list.
It's all
Like,
youngsters, isn't it?
it's all those youngsters.
It's all those
all
internet-
those youngsters that love the Forest
But then
Gump.
they wouldn't. That's true. They wouldn't watch Forrest Gump.
Yeah,
would
but they voted him in for a laugh.
Oh, don't ruin the top 5, Jed.
It's like Donald Trump then.
Sabine's there at number 78 and then 75. Willy Wonka
Fuck.
at 77. So I don't think we're getting Shrek. I don't think we're getting
That
Shrek.
is actually quite
And the only reason
surprising.
why we're not getting Shrek is because it's based on fictional characters, and Shrek, as we all know, is actually a real life troll.
God.
Second.
He's a god
He's a
among
saint.
I tell you what, I'm not going
animation.
any lower than 84, which is Santina Lopez from High School Musical.
Oh,
What?
Is it from
No,
High School
Glee.
Musical? Is that's not Glee?
that's Glee.
Is it Glee?
Yeah.
Oh,
Either way,
She's
that's
the
ended.
lesbian.
oh okay.
Oh, she's.
Al knows now.
I think I know who you're talking about.
I know a lesbian.
Al, do you have a Shrek sleeping bag?
No, why would I?
Well, just wondered.
Shrek
Okay.
is life. Shrek is life.
Shrek is a joke.
What are you doing in my sleeping bag?
What are you doing in my sleeping bag, Al? Shrek 6. Al sleeps in Shrek's sleeping bag.
Naked with Shrek.
Come here, Shrek.
Yeah, he
Al-
comes on your ear.
Al sleeps in Shrek's sleeping bag on the eve of the Battle of the Sandcastle.
Yes.
He's like, you're like his concubine. You're wearing the Princess Leia, the slave Leia garb.
It's fine.
Kind of like
Like-
changed to him. And he's got his like armor on.
He's got a collar around me, and he's just keeping me there.
He's just got him back from battle.
Yeah, so he's all sweaty.
He's ready to fucking raid some ass.
He's in.
Al, have you ever seen Shrek is love?
No.
He,
Oh, we need to show you Shrek is love.
Yeah,
That's an old meme.
I don't care if it's an old meme, it's still glorious.
No.
if there's one thing we pride
Told you
ourselves
Guns and
on,
Knuckles. It's an old meme, that's dead.
there's one thing we
I-
pride ourselves on is current memes.
And Shrek is out.
I don't
Shrek.
know what the current meme is.
Yeah, this. Current
Come on, Al.
Nah.
current meme.
I
Got to
don't-
get the last grain,
I
Al.
don't
Go on.
get the granules.
Current memes. Okay, right, that does it for this week's show. Pretty Random Podcast. We came in at over an hour.
just over.
Oh, really? That's good.
Pretty good timing.
Yeah, it was good.
Okay, so thanks everyone for tuning in. We're going to do like a quick wrap-up segment now.
Yeah, do a quick one.
So, don't forget, if you'd like to support Pretty Random Podcast, you can do that in a number of ways. Al, tell them the easiest way they can do that is by subscribing to us, isn't that right?
They can indeed.
And they could subscribe to us wherever they listen to their podcasts, or right here on Twitch, isn't that right, Al?
That's correct as well.
And also, if they'd like to follow us on social media,
Yeah.
what should they look for?
Just to be honest, you could just go to Google and type in Pretty Random Podcast, and everything will come up.
Exactly. Or try Ask Jeeves, if he's still taking questions.
Jeeves doesn't have a clue.
He's senile now. He's senile.
Okay.
Send you to the wrong place. Callum, Pretty Random Podcast listeners, they might want to walk down the street proudly supporting the Pretty Random Podcast with the clothes that they're wearing on their very own bodies. And how can they do that?
they should go to prettyrandomswag.bigcartel.com.
Fantastic. And there they can find a wide range of merchandise, such as Pretty Random Podcast T-shirts, which I'm not wearing, but you two guys are, so show them off to the camera.
Here it
Check
is.
that out.
Also, you can get your Pretty Random Podcast gym bags to put in your dirty laundry when you go on a holiday and you need a bag to put your dirty laundry in. That's one of those things you need.
I'm going to have to put those up on the show. I need to do that at some point.
Oh, they're not available yet.
No, it's been like 2 weeks that we've done this and I keep forgetting to put them up.
They're not actually available.
They will be.
But they will be. Also, stay tuned because we've got an exclusive global designer working on a new Pretty Random Podcast piece of merchandise coming very soon. Al, you want to tell the listeners about a sub-genre to Pretty Random Network? It's Games Ria.
It is. That's the channel I run on YouTube. That's not quite me yet. There I am. Where I review games as well as do Let's Plays. So
And
follow
repping
me
the
on
shirt.
YouTube. I'm repping the shirt within the thing, which I've never noticed.
Haven't watched since that day.
Probably not, actually.
Oh, I wasn't going to say anything, but
Filthy.
anyway, tell them about the channel.
I have, basically. And yeah, so it's me and my brother. He does Let's Plays. I do a lot of retro stuff. So yeah, follow us, Games Rep, on YouTube. And Twitter.
Okay, great. Also, let's go from one side of the table to the other because we cover all types of creativity here at the Pretty Random Network, from retro video games to stencil art. There you go.
Hey.
Worlds apart. Callum, tell them about your Instagram and where they can find you.
Well, you can find me at Neverender Design on Instagram mostly. Also have a Facebook. I do multi-layered stencils. Working on one at the moment. Slowly chipping away at that. That should be done hopefully by the end of next week. So should have some more content soon. But yeah, do multi-layered stencils mostly in the sort of grayscale sort of line of things. But I also vary and do some comic book stuff. Yeah.
That's
Pretty much it.
Also.
I've also got some Chester Bennington prints which are up behind Mark or might appear on screen in a minute.
It'll rotate through. They can find
It'll
them on
get
your
there.
Instagram.
If you jump onto my Big
It's
Cartel,
John
which
Hurt.
is neverenderdesign.bigcartel.com, I got a couple of those left, and 20 quid, all proceeds go to a mental health charity, which we decided to be mined, and ships anywhere in the world.
There it is.
There we go. Fantastic. And donating money to charity can't go wrong. All goes to great cause. Mark, thrown over to you because the Pretty Random Network is expanding in 2018. We've got some big stuff on the horizon.
We're only 1 week away from my exit from my current job into the great wide world of sitting on my couch.
Of the unknown, yeah. In your pants.
Sitting on my couch sketching ideas.
In your pants.
In my pants.
Yeah.
Only on like alternate days, otherwise it's just pure butt naked.
Yeah. Yeah. It's got to wash your pants at some point.
Yeah, and you can find me on
inmypants.com. No, so as we ride off and towards the tail end of season 2, it's going to be a sad when season 2 comes to an end. But big things on the horizon in the rest of 2018. Mark, tell them what's coming up with the Pretty Random Network.
We've got Pretty Random Movies, that's a YouTube channel. We've got Pretty Random Wrestling, which is a YouTube channel with possible podcast outreach. We've got Pretty Random Art, which would be a Twitch channel. And we've got... Did I do another one? Pretty Random Gaming, which is already on Twitch under the Pretty Random Network banner.
But it's going to be expanded.
It's going to be expanded and daily.
Yeah.
And scheduled.
Exactly.
And random.
The YouTube channel is also getting more videos now as well, so make sure to keep an eye out for that.
Oh, that reminds me. Yeah, do a search on Google. Do a search for Pretty Random Podcast. Ignore the top link because we're not on SoundCloud anymore, but you can go all the way through. You can find Twitch. You can find Twitter. You can find Facebook. But you can't find Instagram, so go to Instagram and search Pretty Random Podcast, and you'll find us there. And you'll also find some quite regular, hilarious, whatever they call them, live videos, but they're not live. You know, like the
Stories.
the Snapchat, Instagram thing.
Stories, yeah.
Stories, there you go. You find some
Stories.
hilarious stories. There's some particular doozies up there tonight, so give us a follow and check those out.
That's good. So we've got the YouTube channel plugs, we've got the T-shirt plugs, we've got the what's coming up in 2018 plugs. One big question, Holly, will you be joining us again in the future for the Pretty Random Podcast?
Yes, I most certainly will.
She's going to be back, everyone.
She
So
will.
that's good.
For good.
For good. She's coming back for good. We've signed her full time.
Yeah.
Signed her full time. Do you know
Full-time.
what? Fuck uni.
I know. I'm quitting.
Just come here. Just
I'm quitting.
Just sign up to the Pretty Random podcast full time.
I'm putting all my eggs in that basket.
Yes, that is good.
And then shellacking him.
And
And
shellac 'em. Maybe the finale should be an egg shackling, a special.
Oh, live
man.
shackling.
I wonder if you just shackled like so many eggs, you could find the strongest egg ever.
I always wondered that about Skittles. I used to play a very small scale version of Skittle shackling, which was you press 2 Skittles together and see which one breaks.
Because one
And
does
then-
always break.
Yeah, and then you get to the end, and then whatever's left, that was the winner, the
Okay.
champion.
Exactly. So you don't want to chew that because it'll break your teeth. Because it's so hard.
If it is hard, you don't want to do that.
T Swain in the chat's given us a bit of promotion and was reminding us you can find us on Spotify.
Oh, yeah, cool.
Probably the easiest and best and most accessible place to find us.
Yeah.
Every
Exactly.
single episode on Spotify, coming into your ears.
The Pretty Random Podcast. We thank you once again for tuning in. This has
Imagine
been...
that dribbling out.
Huh?
Come in your ears.
The cream pie of the ears.
Yeah.
What are you on about?
Pretty Random Podcasts.
Coming in your ears.
We come in your ears and dribble out the other.
I don't get it. I don't get what you're on about.
Jizz in your ears.
Huh? What?
You misunderstood, man.
I don't understand.
I'm sure you don't
Well,
understand.
explain.
No. What coming is? I don't think you can get much more explanation.
Yeah, but what do you mean? What does that mean?
You're a fucking idiot.
Owlsinsults.com.
Sponsored by Owls
Sponsored
Insults.
by owlsinsults.com. Featuring such classics as...
Go fuck yourself.
And don't forget you can get 10% off.
Kiss my ass.
So, thanks for tuning in this week. This has been the Pretty Random Podcast. I've been Jed. You've been Al, Callum, Holly for a special guest, but she's going to be back full time soon.
Woo.
And Mark. Matty, have a good time at Iceland. Don't forget to pick up some frozen pasties. And we'll see you all next week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.